Aquarius, welcome to your 5 card. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Aquarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spreads. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. I was about to give you a whole different reading. Here we go. Oh, Aquarius, you are looking to stop something dead in its tracks. That is the hope that I have here. This is the seize the day card, and this is the return on investment card. You put something into play, or there was something that was happening that you kind of got in on for a second, and then all of a sudden you're like, hold up, wait, we need to pause the situation. This thing that you got caught up in was moving way too fast, and you need to take a moment, all right? You're fearing, how do I explain this? So the Queen of Swords speaks the truth, okay? She doesn't do it to be malice. She's not trying to hurt anybody. She just wants to stick to the facts. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like this is the person at your work who only focuses on the policy and doesn't give regard to anybody's personal feelings or goals. You know what I mean? They're not doing it to be mean to you, but it might hurt your feelings when the truth comes out anyway. You know, this is the person who gives you the answers that you might not want, but you have to accept because it is what it is. And then this here is a card of the Nine of Cups is like a card of being very, very comfortable in an emotional state. The Nine of Cups in the inverse feels like you're missing something in order to be comfortable in your emotional state. So when I put these two together, it seems like you're recognizing kind of a codependent vibe, and that's not what you want. You fear depending on somebody else to make you happy because you're thinking, and very logically, that, well, what if that person's not there to make me happy? Then what? Then what am I going to do? So it seems to me like you're hoping to slow a situation down because you fear that you're relying too much on somebody else to you're relying too much on an external situation, because it may not be another person. It could be a job, it could be a particular hobby, it could be a particular could be money, you know what I mean? Whatever this external thing is, okay, you're recognizing that you're relying on it just a little too much, and that thing might not be there tomorrow. And that's what scares you. And this is a very healthy fear, if you ask me, you know, because what this tells me is you are putting a pause on the situation and you are taking the time out because you want to be that thing that fills that void. You don't want to have to rely on someone or something else in order to bring in that joy, that happiness, that emotional fulfillment. The reality of the situation is, and I have this little thing about swords, is when they're facing up, it's good. When they're facing down, it's bad. And if you, it's just an observation that somebody pointed out to me once. They were like, "Oh, so if the swords are up, what does that mean?" And I was like, I never thought about it. And then flipping through the decks, because I have many tarot card decks, I recognized that, yeah, generally when the swords are up, that's a good thing, and when the swords are down, that's a bad thing. So when it's facing down this way, the sword is it's really poking at me. So the truth of the matter is, you are accepting that you have a choice to make, and you want to get out of the fantasy idea of it's almost like the truth of the matter is you're facing the reality that you've had kind of a fog or a fantasy in regards to this particular situation for a while. And you're recognizing that you might be dependent on an external solution to an internal problem. So now you're taking the time to be like, okay, well, the best way to solve that is for me to take this problem and create an internal solution so I don't fall into this codependency. So I don't feel like I have to slow down. So I can still move forward with everything that I want to do and feel like I'm the one who's bringing everything to myself. And if somebody else or some other energy or entity is joining me on my path, that they are joining me in not codependency, but like interdependent. What's the word I'm looking for? Not that I need them in my life, but that they complement my life. I'm sure there's a specific word, and I'm probably think of it like 3 o'clock in the morning. Is it interdependency? Teamwork? Yeah, it's kind of like you don't need a coach right now, you need a teammate. Those are two very different relationships, you know? You're just looking for somebody to have that equal platform. You know, you do for you, they do for them, and you guys enjoy your path together. Like I said, somebody to complement your life, not a crutch to lean on. Trying to jumpers. Oh, there we go. Jumpers. Ah, yes. See, the strategy in the past is for you to grab at what you want and kind of go back with this tit for tat, like this competition thing. And you're recognizing that this competition may have created this energy that you need this person to compete with in order to move forward. But now you're recognizing that you have the resources. This is you holding on and counting up your resources, and this is you having hope. You have the resources to push forward on your own, even if this person isn't here. So it seems to me like you have a situation in your life, be it vocational or personal, where a little bit of healthy competition really gave you drive. But now you rely on that person for that competition in order to move forward. And you want to slow everything down and make sure that you still have that drive to move forward, even if that person isn't pushing you, because you recognize they can't always do that. And it's not to say that they won't support you, and it's not to say that they won't be there. But just in case they aren't, you still want to be able to provide that for yourself. Or just in case they don't have the time or energy to give that to you, you want to be able to provide it to yourself as well. Aquarius, I think this is a very healthy contemplation to be in. I think wanting to slow things down to ensure that you are the person filling your own cup is exactly what you need to do right now. So good luck with this. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.